What's up everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be playing a tournament I qualified for, the Community League main event, a $550 tournament. And today, for the first time, I'm going to be trying to win the tournament playing every single race. So instead of playing random, I'm going to pick one race one time per best of 3. And that way, I think it's going to be a little bit nicer for me to plan strategies. The problem with random is that you very often you'll get Zerg 3 times or you get Protoss on a map you really hate. And this way, I'm still going to be forced to play every race once, but I can pick the right map for it. Let's begin. The first series is against Baby Marine, and the first map is Ocean Bore. Now, I thought I was going to play Protoss here, not because I necessarily have a good build for Protoss, but it just seemed the most comfortable. I think the next map is Ghost River, which is definitely a good map for my Zerg. Not typically for Zerg, but I play very weird, so that kind of works out on that map. And then the last map is Alcyone or Psi Delta, not 100% sure, but that's where I can play Terran. Now, normally I really like PvT, but honestly, guys, I haven't practiced Protoss for a while, so I don't actually remember any of my actual Protoss builds. I think I'm gonna go full crazy and go for the triple Nexus, one gas proxy Oracle build, just because it's so freaking cool. Now, Baby Marine is roughly a 6,000 MMR Terran, but he did say that he has been inactive for a while because of exams. So maybe, hopefully for me, he's going to be a little more rusty. That would be quite nice for me, right? Making that a little bit easier. He's also the younger brother of Raynor. Just a fun fact if you guys don't know, an ex-world champion, and still an active pro gamer, of course. So that's pretty cool. He's I feel like for a lot of these players that are around this age, I don't know exactly how old he is, but one of the younger players who's just finishing school. I always felt a little bit bad because I felt like they kind of came up. Oh, I didn't saturate this in time. That's a little bit of a mistake. They kind of came up at perhaps the wrong time in StarCraft where, you know, the biggest peak of StarCraft is over and now they're getting good. So hopefully for these guys, a lot of these new RTS games are actually going to be delivering on their promise, because it would be really nice for these talented players to have that to play in. Now, I did saturate my gas a little bit late. That is definitely a mistake. My opponent's going to go for a double gas. Guess we're going to have to see what's going to come out of that. Hopefully we're not getting eBay blocked, and we're not. Now, what I'm worried about a little bit here, guys, is that I should have saturated my gas instantly, but it is so strange to do typically that I just didn't do it on autopilot, I guess. And now that means I might not be able to afford my Oracle right away. Hopefully I'm wrong and I can still afford it at a decent pace, but I guess it's probably going to be delayed by, I want to say, maybe 5. I hope not more than that, but probably about 5 seconds. That sounds about right. So I'm going to Chrono Boost my Adept right away, at least when the pylon finishes, and then I'll make a Stargate over here. I'm just going to patrol my worker so it doesn't show up on the freaking idle tab. I also don't want to bring it back home in case I run into a Reaper. Now, this is where I'm going to get a little scary, because ideally I make my third Nexus now. But my opponent's playing double gas, which is going to be a little scary, of course. Let's see. If we can get another hit, we should be able to kill that one. He's probably going to jump back up here if I had to guess. I think I should be able to get one hit off. Exactly, there we go. And now I'm going to transfer these over and start the next gas. If we're going to play against a Cyclone, we might actually be screwed right away. So I need to be I think I should keep the Adept up the ramp here. I'm going to make the Nexus now. Here we go. The person casting this and hosting this tournament is for Jimmy, by the way, who is a high-level Protoss player. So I can imagine that this must be pretty funny for him, seeing what on earth I'm doing. No Warp Gate, third Nexus, instant Oracle. This is actually great. Now, I think we're going to go for another Adept here. I'm not sure if I want to Chrono it. I'm definitely going to get an extra gas already. I still have to make Warp Gate at some point, too. Don't forget about that. Gonna get another pylon up here. This could also just be like mass Reaper Hellion or whatever, right? Like there's a lot of options on things that could be. I think I'm gonna make Warp Gate now. I do have to make a second gate as well at some point. Let's see what I can find. Okay, so there is a Cyclone at the home. This is actually extremely weird because he saw... Oh, that's actually such a good probe. Look at that probe. That probe actually popped the hell up for me. Wow, that is extremely nice. Okay, there we go. My Oracle's going to be able to clean this up pretty easily as well. Just need to make sure that I macro a little bit decently behind it. Do I need to use my Oracle? I guess I will. There we go. That's going to die now. And I think that means that he didn't actually see my third Nexus, which is a very interesting dynamic here, right? Now, why I thought his build order was weird is because he kept a Cyclone in his main, despite seeing that I had one gas with his initial Reaper, or at least I believe he saw that. I'm not 100% sure, no, but I believe he saw that. So that's pretty crazy that he had the Cyclone in a defensive position in the main. I bet the Cyclone is still somewhere around here, right? I have to imagine. Oh, wait, did he go across the map? Ooh, that could be a little scary. Maybe I should make a battery. Yeah, that kind of seems like that is the case right now. Maybe I should be chrono boosting the Stalkers. I'm hoping to bait his army back with this. It doesn't really see... Okay, so the Cyclone did come back. Okay, that is really nice to see. Or at least he had another Cyclone. I guess that's what it is. Okay, I do want to be careful. Don't want to lose this Stalker right away. Battery's going to finish at some point. I might actually have to pull the workers for this. I'm going to chrono boost that Warp Gate. That's going to finish pretty soon. I'm not going to bring my unit back yet. He actually loses a Cyclone already. And I guess this is when he's going to realize that... Wait, that medevac is in trouble. That I actually have this freaking third base. He's not going to be happy seeing that. Maybe I can actually escape with this, depending on how close the Cyclone is. Looks like we might be able to escape, which is nice. And now I'm going to go for a Twilight Council. Oracle's alive. I killed a surprising amount of units. And now I have... a lot of workers. Like, I really do have a lot of workers. Maybe I should go for a stasis out here or something. That wouldn't be the craziest idea ever. Just get a stasis out here. Maybe I'll get a forge as well, just to pretend I'm playing a macro game. And now he's gonna find that. Let's see. I do have this one as well. He needs to be really careful with this. I could make a Phoenix real quick. Maybe that's not the craziest idea, because then I won't be able to be attacked by the freaking area units all the time, because that is quite annoying to deal with as a Protoss player. I know that. Gonna get a battery out here. Now, my idea is to go for charge first, I think, and just get like a lot of zealots out. I have too many probes already. I should really chill on the probes for now, because if I keep making probes, I might just die to the first attack. Okay, so wait, can I could probably kill that with my... Wait, actually the Oracle too? It's a little risky to use my Oracle for this. Purely because it is already low HP, right? Like, I feel like the Cyclone could maybe win against this freaking Oracle. So I want to be careful for that. I'm going to chrono boost these. The charge upgrade as well. Let's see if I can find this freaking medevac. I guess I probably barely missed it already. I don't think he would be going over here, right? Like, that would be a little weird if he did. Gonna go out with this pro, build a pylon. I do want to make a fourth base at some point. I'm gonna get a robotics facility and a Templar archives, just because I really like going for Storm. I feel like going for Storm is quite nice. Now, my stasis actually ran out, or he ran into it, which I don't think is actually the case. So I'm gonna make another stasis over here. Keep trying to look around. Okay, there we go. Barely managed to escape that, which is quite nice. I feel like I should probably threaten him a little bit. I think the Viking is going to come over here at some point. Let's see. I should probably threaten him with my army. Looks like the army is over there already. I'm really going to need this charge to freaking finish, guys. Like, this charge is so important. Okay, let's see. So he stimmed already. And now I'm going to go in. I don't actually have energy. Maybe I can bait the... No, I can't. There we go. Charge is going to finish now. Just a little bit too late. Still a pretty decent fight overall, I have to say. Like, quite surprising. Also kind of surprised that the Viking came all the way over here. Now, these units are going to be able to trade pretty efficiently from now on. He does have the medevac as well. I think it's a good time for me to start Blink. Every time he stims, I think that's pretty good for me. He doesn't have an infinite amount of medevacs, right? So that should be pretty decent. I still have my pylon. I just realized this. I still have my pylon up in the top side. I thought he would have killed it by now. But apparently he hasn't, so maybe I can actually start warping in there as well, which would be very nice. I'm going to make a third gas. Looks like he is going to kill that pylon now. And maybe I shouldn't have spoken. Is he listening to me? I don't want that pylon to die. Okay, I'm going to send my entire army over there, and then I'll send my next units to the third base. Make a couple more pylons over here. Maybe we can get a couple medevacs, actually. That would be nice. There we go. Gonna get a couple Marauders at least. And now with these units, I do have to fall back. I think this is going to be a recall for us. Like, the Zealots are gonna die for sure, but the Stalkers I can definitely save. Now I'm gonna go for Storm and a Warp Prism. I feel like I want to make a bunch of Zealots over here and try to run by even more. Gonna click those units over there. Maybe now he's gonna move towards my base. I'm gonna start one Templar here. He should have this third base up already. I don't think that Widowmine is actually going to connect. And okay, now it is. I'll just keep making more units. I need a couple more gateways, I believe. Let's see, how much... Okay, whoa, he brought his entire army back. I was going to say, he doesn't actually have that many units here, but then I saw the rest show up. That is quite comfortable for me. Let's see, these are going to go in here. These are really mostly just freaking buying time forever, because that's what I want. Okay, so now I got 2 Templars in a prism. He still is around here with most of his army. I don't have enough gas to actually warp in more Templars, which is kind of funny. Because normally if you go for Storm, the only thing you want is one full prism and that's it. But now I don't even have a full prism. I have the brokest prism ever with 2 Templars inside. Okay, I'll probably just kill this with a mine back off again. It seems like he is kind of getting used to my super aggressive playstyle and he's gonna stay chill for now, which I really don't mind. See, I'm gonna move out with my army, mostly just to create the idea of pressure, I guess. Gonna try to fight this. I can probably... Okay, he's gonna target that right away. Okay, let's see. If I need to do some storms, I will use them, but I don't want to use them too early, of course. Let's see. I think now would be a good idea. See, I'm actually gonna drop a storm on that. I feel like that is gonna be quite nice for us. Since he doesn't have what's it called? Wait, he actually... Did I kill that with a mine? How did I kill that? That's actually kind of surprising. Okay, I guess I'll just chase him down. He's going to try to target this prism. I know my Terran players, guys. I don't actually have that many storms over here. Let's see. I think I saved it. I think I have one more storm in that, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's going to be a good idea for me to go up to additional tech right now. Go for that Robo Bank. Let's see. My upgrades are actually terrible, by the way. No! That is not what I want to be doing. That was a bad fight for sure. I have a couple more gateways that I don't have hotkeyed. I do know that as well. I'm just going to keep... Oh, I'm actually going to get supply blocked for a little bit here. Let's see, what does he have here? I'm going to stim... Or stim. Wrong race, buddy. I'm going to blink over there, see what I can find. He does have a pretty decent amount of units right now. I want to be super careful with losing this Warp Prism. If I lose this Warp Prism, I feel like the game could end right away. So I have to be extremely careful. I'm going to start saturating this base now. I do need another Robo as well, but it doesn't quite fit there, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if I can do a little bit of a counter attack with these units right now. It looks okay. He tried to stim for it, but he couldn't. I'm going to counter attack with a really big amount of units here, actually. Oh, he does have a couple of... Let me get back to the battery. Please heal that. Okay, thank you. There you go. Okay, and now I'm going to get a really big counter attack in with these ones. The Prism is actually still alive, which is kind of funny. I bet he's either going to all in now or he's going to come back entirely. I'm not quite sure which one it is. It looks like he is going to come back. I'm going to try to bring these to safety, of course, and I'm going to get my units back together. These Zealots did an amazing amount of work as well. Now, I could still put these Templars into the Prism, but it feels a little crazy because of how low HP it is, of course. I'm going to get the Thermal Lance right now. I'll counterattack with the Stalkers, or, yeah, actually... Sounds kind of crazy to say that, but this time I meant it. I mean, it doesn't feel right to counterattack with Stalkers, but I guess that's what we're going to do for now. Going to try to keep this one over here. I could make Disruptors as well, but I feel like... Wait, this actually... No, okay, his army's right there. I was about to commit fully. He does have a lot of units, but the problem is that I am quite bad with Disruptors. I feel like Disruptors here are the right choice, but I am just bad with them, so... Oh, need to be careful here. Actually, it does have a decent amount of units ready for that. Guess I can just attack this with a lot of Zealots. So actually a good cancel on that warping by him. That's actually a super bad fight for me. I didn't expect my Prism to be that far away, to be honest. So that really does suck. Here we go. Oh, actually couldn't quite... Wait, that one doesn't have a storm. I did actually get the freaking Templars out, but that one just didn't have a storm, which is quite painful. Let's see, I need to make sure to keep all my army together. I'm going to start building my Colossus. I feel like I was doing really good. But then in that fight, I was just like a little bit too disjointed and lost a lot of my units at the same time. I also probably should have just been splitting my Templars instead of keeping them in the Prism. I feel like at some point the Prism doesn't really get the job done anymore, and then it becomes extremely dangerous. Now these Immortals... Oh, he's actually... Wait, he's landing the Vikings just as my Colossus... That is so funny. My Colossus is showing them now, and that's when he landed the Vikings, and now he stimmed through the Immortals to get to... These Immortals are doing so much work! Oh my goodness, his army was pretty much entirely Marauders. I don't know where... the units are, but I guess I should be able to get a couple of these medevacs at least. I'm going to get this one as well. There we go. And that is a really nice cleanup. And that is also... admittedly a little bit lucky for us because he landed the Vikings at the worst possible time, which is really nice. Now, I guess I'll go for it. Now, I'll get armor upgrades this time. I kind of want to make some more Templars, but I'm a little afraid. I guess a couple cannons over here, plus 2 Templars, should be able to do a decent job. The Immortals really the big MVPs of this fight, by the way. Like, they were so freaking good. That was crazy. Without the Immortals, we would have had absolutely 0% chance there, but that actually carried us so hard. I'm a big fan of using using Immortals against Terran, by the way, which is, well, these days it's becoming more and more common, but there's actually a big army over there, it looks like. It's becoming more and more common, but I was always a big fan, so I still really enjoy using them, even though it's a slightly unusual composition. I think I'm going to go up to 3 Colossus and then just start making Immortals again, try to fill out the composition with Storm, and I think that should be able to do pretty well for me. It kind of looks like, oh, there's going to be a couple ghosts here. Oh, we got 1 ghost. That's really nice. His upgrades are 2-2. I only have 2-1, which is obviously not the best upgrades ever, that is for sure. Let's see if I can find a base over there, and then I'll move out again. I do need to get a Warp Prism, by the way. Like, the lack of Warp Prism is making this so much harder for me. Let's see. If the Templars are split, it's always going to be pretty all right for me. If they're not split, we're going to be in trouble. That is for sure. I think right now I'm going to go for an extra base on this side. I could keep 2 Templars a little bit in the... Oh my goodness, that is painful for him. No, this one barely doesn't have a storm. No, I just needed a little bit more energy on that. Oh, that is so sad. That 1 storm was going to finish absolutely everything off, but then it didn't have energy. That really sucks for us there. I guess should have paid a little bit more attention to that, or warped all of the Templars in at the same time, so I wouldn't be confused about the energy. Now, he still can't really fight this, which is nice for me. I think I would like to get the Warp Prism movement speed upgrade. Let's see, he's going to have to run away from this. I don't actually have that many units, and I also don't have reinforcements. I think these days, a lot of Protoss players are playing the 25 gateway style, and I'm not exaggerating. That's actually what they play. So I guess he's a little used to Protoss players just suddenly warping in 25 Zealots or something absolutely crazy like that. So I do have a couple storms here. Obviously, I always have to be careful. Maybe I should get a couple more Colossus. I feel like that would make a lot of sense here. Let's see. He's probably just going to try and EMP that if I have to guess. I'm going to split these up again, and then I'll try to keep moving forward. He actually managed to snipe one of them, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay, I'll just morph these into an Archon. I still have a couple Templars in the back, so that's always going to be nice. If I can force a stim, that would be always beautiful. Let's see. It doesn't look like he's around there. I was about to drop that storm. Gonna get a couple more Stalkers. Now, this actually has ended up becoming quite the banger. Definitely quite the banger. Okay, let's see. Gonna get a storm. Barely. More on my own Zealots than anything else, really. But still, we did get it. We did get it down. And that's what I asked myself. Let's see. I'm gonna fight here. We should be able to... Oh, wait, was he just trying to drop an EMP? I think that's maybe what he was trying to do, right? Okay, he doesn't have enough units to clean this Warp Prism up, so I can just warp in with this Prism. My Immortals are doing a really good job. He's going to lose the Vikings as well, and I am reinforcing with a couple of Colossus, I believe. Wait, this freaking Viking is actually alive. I feel like I'm misspeaking a lot because it's like, it's an opposite match of what I usually play, right? I'm like, okay, I'm stimming. I'm going to snipe his Prism. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong side. I'm killing a lot of SCVs here. I might have to be afraid for a counter-attack here. Yeah, I heard... Oh, that's actually those units. I think I can really bust this down super fast. Immortal should be really good. Okay, look at that. The Immortal damage on that Planetary is actually kind of disgusting. Now, he's not going for a counterattack yet, which is kind of surprising, actually. He is going to try to stim on top of the Prism, but I have so many units right now. I should be able to just keep walking forward here. I cannot believe how good the Immortals have been this game. And there we freaking go. All right, very similar units lost. I had 108 probes. Oh, God. I've talked about this before, and that's one of the biggest issues I have while playing Protoss. I never stop making probes, and I had 108. If my armor quality was even a little bit worse, instead of like mass Immortals with storms and stuff, I feel like I could have gotten owned. But this was actually freaking cool. 108 workers with the best trades. Now, let's see. Oh, guys, look at this. If we look at the supply, well, here I was even in upgrades, but I was about to be down. If we look at the supply, I was actually pretty strongly losing here. My economy was very good, actually about the same as his, but we were actually pretty strongly losing. So we kind of made a comeback, and we kind of made it look convincing as well. So this was very cool. Let's play the Zerg game. Game 2 is going to be on Ghost River, and I think that this game... I'm gonna go for my beautiful Queen Ling drop. Actually, really cool thing, by the way, guys. I'm always proud. If you guys... I'm not sure if that was last video or 2 videos ago, but I talked about my triple gate opening from YouTube. My triple gate opening from YouTube that I made it work against the 6K Protoss in Home Story Cup. And now something even cooler is that Rainer, one of the best Zerg players in the world, I gave them a Queen Ling drop all-in that I had made that I was really proud of. I think I definitely showed it a couple times on the YouTube. I gave it to him to play in GSL. He didn't end up actually playing it, but today he did it against Clem in the World Team League. Clem is either the best TVZ player in the world or the second best, and he actually beat him with my Queen Link Drop build. So that is super, super, super cool. And it feels like my YouTube builds, they're actually starting to get a little bit of traction, you know, which is freaking awesome. And I think I'm going to try that build here against him, which is funny because, like I mentioned in game number 1, this is actually Rainer's younger brother. So I'm not sure that means he's going to be aware of the build because Rainer has been in Korea all this time. It's not like they've had, you know, a little bootcamp session going on practicing for me or anything. Definitely not. But I guess we'll see. I hope I still know how to execute the build properly because kind of the way I work is I love to figure out builds, but then when I figure them out, I tend to move on to figuring something else out instead of just spamming the same build over and over. So I haven't actually played this build a whole lot, but I think I should be able to do it somewhat decently at least. I think it is gonna be a 5 queen, maybe like 40 links attack. Should hit at like 510 or 520 or maybe even earlier, not sure. It hits very fast anyway. Now, first of all, we have to see what he's doing. I've had a couple of... Wait, he's not expanding right away. Did he... Like, okay, he's expanding now. Does the Overlord just arrive very fast on this map? I think that's probably what it is. First, I was like, maybe he's so scared of my Zerg that he expanded on the high ground, which would have been very possible as well. But I think this map is just really fast when it comes to the Overlords. So I kind of want to start setting up my attack already. This is what I want to do. I want to send 2 Overlords over here, and I want to hit with a 16 link drop into the main at the same time as I hit with my Queen drop at the front. It actually is a pretty crazy build. Now, the Reaper's super fast on this map, so I'm actually going to have to send it even more around than I normally would. Queen is going to finish in time to defend the Reaper, as it usually does on this map, so that's fine. I think I'm going to make the extra queens before the Zergling speed already. I'm actually going to have to spend a little bit of money trying to get that drone to safety, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to try and get a creep tumor over here, and then I'll make link speed after. I'm going to send these over here instantly. Let's see. Maybe I can get the Marine. If he's not microing it properly, I have a chance. I'm actually very close to... I'm not going to get it, I think. Yeah, we get the Marine. That is a really good start here, guys. Normally, you can't kill anything with that first Zergling, so this is very nice. Going to do a little bit of damage on that, too. Looks like he's a little bit distracted by what's going on at home. Now, this queen was a little faster because I did have... Wait, can I kill that? No, I can't. Actually, I wouldn't be able to, so I'm glad he didn't fight me. I'm going to start the lair now, then the extra queen, and then I'm going to drone up to 31, which will mean that I can make a third base and have 30 drones left, basically. That's the plan. Now, I need to get Overlord speed from this hatchery as soon as possible. I did this build, or at least a very similar build once against Harstem in a tournament. It's a build against Protoss, of course, because Harstem played Protoss. And I forgot my Overlord speed. So that's, you know, the first thing we're going to focus on. I'm going to get the hatchery before I get Overlord speed. That should be okay. Now, so far, I am being a little greedy. I have to get Overlord speed from this hatchery. I think I can start making... Yeah, I have 30 workers, so I can start making links now. And you can already kind of see... Oh, we might be able to get that. Barely not, I think. Reapers are very fast. I'm just spreading creep mostly as a fake. Like, this is all going to be a fake, pretty much, right? Like, I want him to think that this is somehow a pretty normal build. He's probably going to try and deny a couple creep tumors here. I'm not going to have Overlord speed ready yet, so I don't need to hurry with the Zerglings or anything. I'm going to morph these into Dropper Lords now, and then I'm going to select all my queens, inject these one more time. I'm also going to send 16 links over there. That is part of the plan. These are going to be able to morph pretty soon. Now, it did get supply blocked a little bit, which is kind of painful. Guess... Let's see. Is he gonna... He's gonna go around. Okay, I have to be careful that I don't die to... you know, a couple of Hellions running into my base as I'm about to leave. Let's see, I can click most of my links over here. And then I need to rally the rest. He seems to not have an idea so far. It's going to be only 12 links in the main because I did actually lose a couple. Here we go. I'm going to attack with these right now, and then I'm going to start rallying the rest. This is definitely a little sketch right now. Here we go. These links are going to be into the main base, and then I'll have a couple queens to attack this base. I should be able to kill this really fast, actually. Oh, he was going for an all-in. Oh, that is actually a little problematic. It looks like he was going to go for an all-in here. Now, I do have a couple more units alive. Wait, this is actually kind of strange. I killed a lot of Hellions. I'm not quite sure how this is going to continue, because I have a lot of units here, but he was going for a Marauder Hellbat all-in, which should be very good against what I'm doing, but this is definitely going to get a little bit weird. I'm going to try to attack once. I want my queens to attack more than anything else, right? I'm already making sure to have most of my queens attacking all the time. Now, let's see. I guess we can just start spreading Creeper like crazy, because why the hell not? Looks like he had a Viking as well. Gonna pull these back whenever I need to. And now I think I want to go for a Hydra then, because he has a lot of Marauders. That's going to be quite good against... I think I'm going to make a Hydra den here. It's going to be quite good against roaches. Dude, oh, that's actually really annoying. That might cost me a queen. Did I actually build it in the end? Okay, I did build it in the end. I have a couple of drones on hold position because Hydra den is H. Dude, that was actually really annoying because I wanted to be so careful to not lose my stuff at the front. But at the same time, I really wanted to get the Hydra den down, right? Okay, let's get these back. I do have a couple of units spawning over here. Let's see, maybe we can finally fight. Dude, that's actually his last Hellbat right now. Let me make sure to target that Hellbat if I can. These links are going to be so freaking efficient. Now, he does still have a Medevac out there. He also has a couple Cyclones. Let's see, these units are trading pretty well, but I will have to get out of here at some point. And now, maybe it's a good time for me to start making some units again. Okay, let's see. I saw this really fast. I'm actually kind of surprised that he went for that, I have to say. Liberator is going to be struggling here. Oh, I didn't think that queen was in the range of the Liberator at all. That's a little painful, actually. Now, let's see. I'm going to go back with these. Maybe I can stick around with that one. Where's my queen coming? Okay, there we go. Oh, he did actually find me. Wait, he actually did miss it. Oh, no! He missed it, but he still had the freaking queen back at home. So I'm going to be able to snipe the queen. That Liberator hopefully is dead. I didn't actually see what happened to it. Now I'm going to be able to drop some more creep. Please stop rallying to the other side of the map. This is what I always do with my freaking queens. Well, let's see. I do have a couple of transfuses left. Yeah, these queens are actually kind of popping off. I think we killed the Liberator this time, which is really nice. Gonna drop another creep tumor over here. And now I think he's gonna arrive. I do need to fly away as soon as possible. I really don't want to lose all of these. Maybe I can get into the main with these Zerglings. That'd be really nice. We're not gonna get into main, but I do think it was a good try. So I'm gonna get these couple of gases up now and make some more gases here. And probably a spine crawler as well, together with a couple more queens. Does seem like I lost the Overlord up there in the end. I lost so many freaking Overlord already. It's actually kind of insane, to be honest, how many Overlords I lost. Let's see, where are all my queens? I need to make sure that they are properly together. I'm gonna get this one over here. And I feel like if I just keep making... Oh, they have another queen here. If I just keep making Hydras, you should be completely fine, to be honest. Let's see. I don't really have that much supply and stuff. But I feel like it should still be all right. Let's see, what exactly does he have? Not really that much, to be honest. He sees I have a couple of Hydras as well. Then I'm going to drop these into the main again, which is undoubtedly going to be a little bit annoying. Maybe I could even go for, like, double upgrades again. I saw a couple of Marines here that I can kill. Should be pretty nice. Oh, he does have a couple more as well. I'm going to try to fly away because these links would be dead anyway if I didn't. Yeah, the Overlord does go down as I expected, but that's really going to be perfectly fine. I could go for a big drop in the main base. That would be a pretty nice play. Usually you can finish the game with that quite nicely. But I don't think we really have to be honest. Let's see. So there's a base over here. My army is quite small. Like, I'm definitely being a little risky by being here. Let's see if I can kill a couple units for free. We forced a stim already on those units. Okay, he did have medevacs because I heard the sound. I didn't actually see the medevacs, but I heard them. That's probably not the way it usually goes. Got a couple more of these on the way. Do I have queens on every hatchery? I do. Gonna get another base up here as well. Let's see if I can get some free trades. Oh, he does have a tank right now. Oh, his army was actually out there, really surprisingly. I think my Hydra should be able to do all right, but I need to be careful here because the tank is shooting my stuff from downtown, apparently. Does he have upgrades actually for these? No, he doesn't have upgrades. The Hellbat's actually hurting a significant amount, I have to say. And it looks like he is going to survive for a while. So I do indeed need to be a little careful here. Let's not get overconfident. Gonna make the evolution chambers for the bases. And that was a little bit of an overextension there, so not too happy with that for sure. Okay, let's pull these back. I don't think he really wants to fight against that because I have a lot of transfuses. Maybe I can even kill a medevac here. There we go. And now it might be time for me to go for another big drop. I think Ling drops are probably better than a Hydra. Well, I'm not 100% sure. Like, Hydra drops would be super good, but Hydras would break the front open really easily as well. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of a mix. I'll just... well, it's mostly going to be Hydras at this point, but that is fine. Here we go. I think I'm going to go for the ranged upgrades because I think playing with like Ling Bane is a little bit above my pay grade with Zerg. I feel like I could do it, but I'm also not entirely confident. So I think this is a better option. I would like to check if he has a fourth base. Okay, he's making the fourth base right now. That's interesting. So his economy is actually pretty intact throughout all of this. Now there's going to be a lot of Hydras in his natural, which he is definitely not going to enjoy. I can tell you that much, that's for sure. Wait, I can actually target his hatchery down, or this CC down super fast. I'm still misspeaking. It's just like, I'm so used to being the Terran in this case, you know? I wonder if I can escape with a couple of these. Okay, let's get these out of here as fast as I can. I do not want to A-move into those tanks. And we did actually save a bunch of our units. I do think the Zerglings are going to end up being a little weak. If I keep making them without upgrades. Like, ideally, I would have something else, but I just don't right now, so that is a little annoying. Oh, we found a Liberator here. Hopefully, we can actually kill that. We are going to be able to kill that. That's really nice. Here we go. Gonna get the Hydra drop in over here. And now, at this point, I think he might have been taking this base already. Looks like his army's chasing me. That is quite unfortunate. Didn't find a base over there. But these Hydras are freaking popping off super hard. Oh, I need my Hydras over there now. Probably should have realized that he was gonna have another Liberator as soon as I saw the one in the middle of the map there, I suppose, because Liberators do usually come in a group. So gonna send mine over there. Gonna try to save these Hydras one more time. Here we go. Actually try to resaturate these as I can. That's gonna siege on top of the Queen, I think. That's usually how it goes. Totally not speaking from experience there, guys. So now Creep is in front of his base. Oh, he does have Vikings. If he F2s the stim for this, I might be able to jump on the front. Let's see. I'll try to save this one. Obviously, it makes it quite obvious that the Hydralisks are... How did that cycle lock on? What the hell? What was that downtown lock on over there? You guys saw that? Holy crap, that is insane. Okay, so I think we're going to be able to kill... Oh, at least one of these. Wait, that actually wasn't building all this time. Dude, my queens are not doing a good job of holding the fort down. I can say that much. I mean, obviously, it's my fault, but I like to pretend it's not. So there you go. Gonna be able to kill this thing finally. Now, maybe I should go for another drop just because it's been working so freaking well. Don't think it's the craziest idea ever to go for a secondary drop here. This is pretty much fully saturated. Let's get it even more saturated now. That would be nice. I'm kind of surprised he has been going for Liberators instead of drops. I feel like drops are usually a really strong way to counter Zerg for the most part. I'm still going to go for the drop, even though he's out here. Just because I'm a little bit of a psychopath, and this is the way I like to play. I wish I could give you guys a better explanation, to be honest, but that's just you're just going to have to deal with it for now. Let's see, is he over here? So he used his fourth base. First, I thought it wasn't building, but I think he used his fourth base. Oh, I can snipe this. Wait, oh no, I never got the freaking upgrade. I just realized that. Oh my goodness, that is so freaking bad. No, that's why my Hydras were weaker than I thought they were going to be. I thought like maybe I just forgot how weak Hydras were, but I didn't have the freaking upgrade all this time. Oh, that is brutal. That is an actual... That is not a uThermal brutal. That's actually a freaking brutal mistake, okay? That is actually terrible. That's disgusting. Oh my goodness, I'm kind of disgusted by myself. Okay, here he's going to go with the drops. Actually, I think this is going to trigger me to go for an all-in attack. This is a little bit psychotic, I know, but that's just who I am at this point. I'm going to try to drop on top of the tanks as well. This is even more psycho than it would have otherwise been. But here we go. I'm going to drop on top of the tanks. I'm going to kill all of those right away. The Marines were at the bottom. This fight is so much harder because I don't have the freaking range upgrade. Like, it's actually insane. He has 2-2 upgrades against 1-1. I kind of think he is barely going to win this fight. I'm actually not quite sure. Now it looks like he's barely going to lose this fight, so we have killed that, but I can't actually kill the Marines at home very well. Maybe I can try to target this down. I'm going to kill the tank. I got a ton of my Hydras over here. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill that either at this rate. Now, these Hydras are trading pretty fantastically. I'm going to try to drop behind there. See if I can take a decent fight against these units. I kind of feel like we have lost this game at this point, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's see how well my Hydras can do. I still can't believe I forgot range, man. That is actually an insane miss. Now, this drop is doing very, very well for us. I know we killed a lot of economy, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, especially against the 2-2. Wait, where... Oh my goodness, I was like, where the frick is that tank shooting me from? You guys saw that? I feel like you could literally tell the surprise in my face. Why are you guys all mining the wrong thing? I guess that is why. And I think that is going to be it, guys. I feel like that last fight, or well, it wasn't really the last fight. Honestly, it was me forgetting the Hydra range because it was over multiple fights, right? But I think that was indeed what decided this game. Let's see if I can target that down. We're barely not going to get it. And now we're going to be forced in one final all-in. I can probably get that medevac if I send my guys over there. This one, maybe I can do a little... Wait, actually... He has a lot of Marines on both sides here, so I might be able to get a decent fight over here. I don't know exactly what he has. I know... Wait, oh, there's a lot of medevacs here, guys. There we go. He's going to have to run away with these. Now we can get into the main base with these. This is going to be my final fight, but I think he has too many Marines, and that is going to be it. And oh my goodness. Well, I guess sometimes you just have to make an absolutely massive mistake, and there we go. I made mass Hydras for 15 minutes without getting Hydra range. I'm sure if we go back, you're going to see that... you know, the supply count and whatever is going to be pretty good for me. 126 against 107. He was in a better spot than I thought he was. Like, here our economies are actually even or slightly better for him because he has 3 mules, which is about 9 SCVs, but it's basically even. I actually have more gases already. But fighting without the range consistently, that was... I really think we probably win without that. I'm not 100% sure anymore looking at this game. If you look at the statistics, he was a little bit in a better spot than I thought, but still, I'm going to have to deal with this mistake. Terran is up for game number 3. Let's do it. All right, the final game of this best of 3 is going to be Terran. So we won with Protoss, we lost with Zerg, and now hopefully we're going to win with Terran. I do like to keep it fun, of course, so I am going to do, excuse me, one of my experimental build orders. I had a really cool idea that so far has never looked strong. Just want to, you know, say that up front. So the idea that I had was... Let me sketch the image of a typical TVT for you guys, right? Usually you have Marine tanks, Ravens, and sometimes Vikings early on. What typically happens is you siege in range of each other. You interference matrix each other's tanks, and it's basically just the auto turrets and the Marines left fighting. So I was thinking, what if instead of going for stim, you make combat shields early, and do that build with like an extra barracks as well. So you could go for like a 2-1-1 instead of for a 1-1-1, but not in like the Marine medevac drop kind of way, but just adding a second barracks at some point. And then, if you are in a situation where you have interference matrixed each other's tanks and only the Marines are fighting, the combat shield Marines should be very strong. The problem with that is that it's quite hard to fit a second Rax into a build order without it being extremely disruptive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open with this build. This build is relatively common these days. 1 barracks at home, 1 barracks proxied. I think overall it's a pretty strong build. Yeah, it's not my most successful build, really, but it is a pretty strong build. I think it only gets blind countered by a full-on proxy 2-Rex Reaper, because then your Reapers are divided against someone who has their Reapers together. Pretty simple, right? But then after making... I want to say 3, 4... Really depends on how many Reapers we can fit in. 3, 4 Reapers, we go back. We follow it up by just going into the standard play of going for a 1-1-1 with Ravens and tanks. But then I already have the second barracks, and I can go for combat shield play and try to get that really good 1-1-1 push. That's what I'm very excited about. So this is a slightly late block of... I think I don't really want to reveal this SCV, right? I don't know where his SCV is going to go. So I think I at least want to wait until my Reaper is out on the map. Now, he did SCV scout me, which... could mean that he's going for a 1 barracks expand. In that case, his game is probably going to end pretty fast, at least as long as I micro my units, that is. Not always a guarantee, honestly. It used to be a guarantee, but these days it's no longer always a guarantee, so I guess we'll see. Now, the point of this build is just so you hit with 2 Reapers really fast when your opponent just has 1 Reaper. Regardless of if they play double gas or whatever, they would only be able to blind counter this by playing 2 Rex Reaper themselves. Let's see what we can find. So it looks like it is going to be a double gas. This is going to be hit pretty early already. He needs to be very careful with this Reaper, by the way, because this Reaper could totally die. See, he's probably going to be able to save it with a grenade. Can I dodge it? I did dodge it. I need to make a command center still, though. His is already cancelled. I'm going to keep chasing that one down. I would guess he's probably making a Cyclone. He's going to lose this Reaper now as well. And this is a really good start for me. Looks like he's still going to lose that Reaper. I'm not 100% sure. Let's get the command center down now. Let's make sure to just kill that Reaper off. I can totally just surround it. And now I'm going to go back already. Normally, now you would make some more units. But in this case... I think it's smart to just transition already. He didn't have a Cyclone, right? So that means he probably Or he didn't have a Hellion, so that means he's probably going to make a Cyclone, which is already finished. I think I'm just going to dive the Cyclone here because I will be able to kill it. Actually, I killed it so much faster. I thought I was going to lose at least 2 Reapers there, maybe 3. But instead, we got it. We're going to be able to do so much damage here. This is kind of crazy. Okay, I'm going to go in here. I should be able to... You see, he's clicking on the low HP Reaper, but we're going to be able to save it. And I think our opponent has been destroyed already. And all right, I mean, this was obviously the most anticlimactic game of the series, but I'm not going to win. That was how this build is supposed to look like. I really wanted to go for the follow-up 2-on-1 timing, but we'll save it for the next time. Now, this was already pretty much 35 or 40 minutes of gameplay, so I'm going to split this one in parts. This was only the first match of an entire group stage. This was part number 1. Part number 2 is going to come up next. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.